I'm on my way to meet somebody for an eBay drop-off, and then I'm gonna have time to do some thrifting. I don't have a lot of time, so I'm gonna probably stick to some local spots, but that's good enough for me. Let's hit the road.
I'm thinking that this chair might look really interesting in my booth space. I've passed these by before, but this one's in such good condition and it's only $3.99. So I'm gonna think about it. I really like this big chunky basket. They're so amazing for storage, but the discoloration on the lid is definitely giving me some pause. But it is nice. I like even the handles on this. It's nice and big. And it's very well made. $5.99. I don't know though if I can overlook that damage on the lid. I'm gonna have to think about this one. This is the aisle where I found Catherine home a while back. No Catherine home today, unfortunately. Just a lot of piles of plastic and metal. I'm not seeing anything super special here. Are you? This is such a sweet teacup and saucer. This is Royal Albert, Canada. It has the Canadian flag. It's so adorable. I love the leaves, very fall. This is a possibility. This is adorable. It says family. Looks like there's little pictures in these tire swings. I wish it was in better condition. If it was, it would really tempt me. It's so unique looking. This is such a pretty covered bowl. I love the handle on this, and the flowers are so pretty. I'm wondering who made this piece. I wonder if I can find a back stamp. Let's turn it over. This was made by Edwin Knowles. Very pretty piece. I recognize this coffee pot. This is False Graph. And I'm a big fan of this color and pattern. It's only $2.99. I think this might be worth picking up. This is such a pretty platter. I love the cheerful yellow color. And this was made by Gibson. I was hoping this might be a little piece of Fiesta ware. I almost never find it when I'm out at Goodwill. These are beautiful grill plates. This is Carnival glass. $3.99 per plate is rather steep, but I love the marigold color. I'm gonna have to definitely do some math on these. This is such a pretty plate. I love the color and the pears are great. Wondering who made this. These were made in Holland. I can never pronounce the name of this manufacturer, but I've sold some pieces from them before. Oh, we have a little bit of fair winds. I have these plates on my eBay store right now. They want $1.99 for this one. It does seem to be in nice condition. And I'm checking out these plates. I love the shape of them. And of course, you know I love the pink flowers. They seem to be in pretty good shape. And this is from the Harker Pottery Company. Only 99 cents a plate. This is such a humongous bowl, only $3.99. I love the look of this. It's really tempting me. I can't even tell you how heavy it is. No back stamp. However, I think this might be perfect for my boot space. These trays are interesting. There's like a little hunting scene on them. They're super light. They feel like a laminate. And they are $1.99 each. So I'm gonna go through these and see what the condition is like for each one. I'm falling a little bit in love with this cabinet. It's so cute. I love the old vintage books on the front. $5.99 for this. It's really tempting me. It's always so much fun when they wheel out the bins. These have been out for a little while now, so I think they're pretty picked over. But there's no harm in going through them to see if anything was left behind. Sometimes you can get lucky, even if the bins have been sitting. So far, nothing is calling me, but that doesn't mean it isn't really fun to look. I'm winding up here anyway. I think I'm about ready to hit the road, but this was a good stop, and I'm glad I took the time to come today. As usual, when we head home, I will show you my haul. I picked up quite a few things today. I have so many fun things to show you from my thrifting trip to Goodwill in Wallingford. I didn't expect to find so many interesting things, but I was really pleased with what I found. So let's get right into it. And I'm going to start in no particular order with these really interesting wooden trays. There are 4 of them. And as you can see, they depict this interesting hunting scene. I thought this was really great. Now, I don't know if this is actually wood or if this is some kind of like weird laminate. Do you hear how like sort of hollow that is? But it was made of selected wood covered with pine, lithographic paper, US patent, made in Chicago. So anyway, I know you're getting some glare. I thought these were so interesting. And of course, I'm a sucker for hunting scenes, so I thought these would be a really fun addition to my eBay store. The next item I splurged on, and I really shouldn't have. I just love this so much. So I bought a stack of 4 Carnival glass grill plates. I'm gonna hold up just one for you so you can see it a little bit better. These are so pretty. Look at the colors on these. Oh my gosh, they have such an incredible shine. I love the orangey color. I think grill plates are interesting. They're not always great sellers, but I don't know. It was the color on these that I just couldn't pass up. They're really beautiful, but they're $3.99 each. So again, there were more plates than the plates I picked up, but I couldn't justify spending that much for them. The only downside is I have a little shallow chip here in the corner. So I picked up a sad friend, and that is particularly disappointing because there were other plates to choose. So I wish I had exercised a little more care. It's the kind of mistake Eric never makes and I make all the time, unfortunately. Okay, the next thing I picked up also, I probably shouldn't have, but I bought this big stack of plates. I loved the pink flowers on these and the gold details around the edges. I'm holding them at an angle so you don't get the glare from the lighting. These are Harkerware. Harkerware is a product that I love. However, it's not always a great seller for me. So picking up more of it was probably silly, but these plates were only 99 cents each. And so for 99 cents, I thought I could take a chance on them. Here's the back stamp so you can see it a little bit better. I wish Goodwill sold more things in this price range because I would snag them. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plates. So just under $6. For that price, I went for it. I'm glad I did. I think if they don't sell, it won't be the end of the world. And hopefully somebody loves the flower details and the gold. I especially love, you see how it looks almost, I don't know, not really braided. It just has this raised up effect. It's very typical of Harkerware, and it's one of the reasons why I like it so much. Great shape, kind of squarish. I like that as well. So anyway, I picked that up. I found this little false graph. I think this is a coffee pot, not a teapot, I think, because of its taller profile, but I could be mistaken. I love this line of false graph. I don't usually pick up false graph, but this particular series I love. I can't remember what it's called, but I have the canisters. They were my grandmother's. I've sold the creamer and sugar probably 5 times. I've never seen a little coffee pot, so I thought that would be fun to pick up for $2.99.
So this will be going on my eBay store. All right, this next item requires some muscles. I found this humongous and very heavy bowl. I love the images on this. Aren't they wonderful? I think they're gorgeous, really classic. I love the kind of blues splattery rim on this. I just think it's a lovely piece. It's a huge bowl. It would be absolutely perfect as a fruit bowl. If I didn't have a cat that would kill it, I would be tempted to use it for that purpose myself. There's no back stamp on this, and I usually shy away from things like this with no back stamp, but I love the image so much. I decided to take a chance on it. Unfortunately, this guy is way too big to ship. It just can't be done. I think I'd have to charge like $30 to ship this bowl, and even then I'd be nervous that it wouldn't get where it needs to go in one piece. So for that reason, it's gonna go directly to my booth space at Quality Consignment in Colchester, Connecticut. And of course, if there's anybody who's watching this video who would like to buy it directly, just email me and we can work something out. Oh my goodness, yeah, that's a big guy. So the next thing I bought, I really like. Let me show you. It is this fabulous blanket. I cannot express to you how amazingly soft this is. I love the colors. This would be an amazing accent piece, especially in the fall. It's got those really nice warm colors, and it had a maker on it. Who is the maker? Storehouse is the label. Here it is, Storehouse. And this was made in the UK. So I can't tell where. It just says Europe, Watford, UK. So anyway, I picked this up and I thought this could look lovely in somebody's home. And again, I wish you could feel how incredibly soft that is. Oh, I almost forgot to show you this piece. I bought this chair, I don't know if it's a fan chair or peacock chair. I forget what these are called. I've seen these before at Goodwill or Savers, and I've not picked them up. They're kind of doll sized, but I thought this could look really interesting in my booth space. So I decided to pick it up just as like sort of an eye-catching feature maybe. I paid $3.99 for this, so you can hardly complain about that. And I'm just finding it's nice sometimes to have these bigger pieces in the booth. They take up more room, but I think they create a little bit more interest. Sometimes when you get a lot of smalls in the space, I feel like it just looks cluttery and it can look almost a little junky. Even if the small things are of nice quality, too many small things altogether just looks like a lot of stuff. So I think it's nice for the eye to rest with a few bigger pieces. And I think when you have that opportunity to look at bigger pieces, then you're ready to focus in on the little pieces. Just nice to have different kinds of, I don't know, sizes, shapes, materials. I just try to create as much interest as possible. It's not a very big space, so it's important that I do as much with it as I can. Next up, I found this beautiful blanket. I'm gonna get up again so I can show you the beautiful details on this. This is so lovely, in my opinion. I love these really soft, neutral colors. This blanket was made by, let me find the label for you. Here it is. This was made by Woolrich, and there was no price tag on this, so when I got to the counter, they charged me $4.99 for it, which I thought was a great price. Really is so lovely and elegant, in my opinion. So I grabbed it. I think my favorite things that I found at this Goodwill shopping trip was by far 2 handmade blankets. So I'm gonna take my sweater off here for a second. I picked up this beautiful Afghan with the black background. I really love it when they have black backgrounds. I think they really pop. This one is humongous. I think you could probably put this all the way across a queen or king size bed, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't taken the official measurements yet. It is unbelievably soft. It is so incredibly, it's by far
the nicest one I have ever come across in my life. Indy's behind me. Oh my goodness. Indy. Here he is. Sorry about that. It is the nicest one I ever came across in my life, or at least it was until I found its twin. This had to have been made by the same person. And here it is. It's twin. And this one is also humongous and gorgeous and so soft and well made. I absolutely love it. I'm very tempted to keep this one. I think I probably will part with it. I think maybe, probably, possibly, we'll see. So yes, so not something I would usually get, but these are so unbelievably well made, nice large size, beautifully done, fabulous colors. So I think they were a good find. What do you think? Do you like them? Do you think I was smart to bring them home? I didn't mention they were $9.99, I believe. Let me see if I can find the tag. Yep, they were $9.99 each. So what do you think? Was it a good buy? Or maybe not my best choice? Let me know in the comments. I picked up this adorable little wooden shelf. It has some dings on the top that I think I can smooth out with a little bit of marker. I have that furniture marker pen thing that works pretty well in this sort of thing. This was $5.99. I love that this looks like all faux books. I thought this was so adorable, and if I had a place for this in my own house, it would stay right here. It's not very old, but I do think it's so cute. And it has little shelves for storage. So something like this looks like maybe one shelf is maybe missing. I'm not sure. Oh no, maybe that's it on the bottom. I don't know, but something like this would be such great storage, like in a little bathroom. You could put all kinds of supplies in there. I think that is really sweet. And for that price, I thought I would grab it. So of course, I'm not gonna ship this. This will go in my booth space, but I thought it was absolutely adorable. Unfortunately, the grill plates were not my only sad friend. I picked up a teacup that has a hairline crack in it. Oh my goodness, not smart, but look how cute it is with the little maple leaves turning colors. And look, it has a little Canadian flag. And this is a little bit of Royal Albert, which I absolutely love. So in my excitement to find this pretty piece, I did not notice the crack, which I really should have done. So my bad. I still will sell it. I'll sell it as is, but yeah, clearly my eyeballs were not doing their job at this particular thrifting trip. So I've got to not slide back into that bringing home sad friends thing that I love to do, because it only ends in tears, specifically my tears. I'm driving really close to the Goodwill in Glastonbury, so I think I'll take a quick stop. This is such an odd toy. I can't tell if I love it or if I'm kind of afraid of it. They want $14.99 for this. It is definitely unique. At least it's unique to me. Over here, there's an antique desk and chair set. I've never seen anything like this at Goodwill. I have very similar pieces myself. $24.99 for the desk, and they're selling the chair separately. What a great old piece. Look at the old signatures on this. All the old initials. I bet this desk could tell some tales. This is such a pretty picture. This looks like pottery, $7.99. It has a great look to it. And I want to look at this plate a little bit more closely. I always love red and white. $3.99 for this tiny plate. And this guy is also interesting. I love the colors. Allen Memorial Library. This is from Massachusetts. It is a very sad friend. This is the sweetest little creamer, $5.99 for this. It's got a lot of condition issues, but it's so charming. And there's some great little teacups and saucers back here. Prices are, oh, sorry about that, so high in this store right now. $3.99 for just a teacup. These bowls have stolen my heart. I am obsessed with them. They're Johnson Brothers, $3.99 each. English Chippendale is the name of this pattern. And here's a serving bowl in the same pattern. Oh my gosh, I just love everything about this. It is $5.99 for this bowl. Oh boy, I really have to do some thinking here. I love them, but I'm not sure there's enough resale value here for me. These are so fun. These are Mikasa and they match a serving bowl that I just picked up and sold. Unfortunately, there is a lot of utensil marks on these. They're a great price, but I think they're just too damaged for resale. And I don't want to take a lot of time to figure out how to remove those utensil marks. And I'm not sure it can be done. So sadly, I'm going to leave them here. This is such a cute teapot with strawberries. I love strawberries. This is $5.99 and I can peek underneath and see it was made in China. And these are great mixing bowls. These are Corelle and they're the half off price. These plates are very pretty. I'm always a sucker for a blue rim. These are false graph and very heavy. I would not want to ship these. And these glasses would look fabulous for a St. Patrick's Day table, wouldn't they? I'm all about this coffee pot. $9.99 is kind of steep, but this is Mikasa and it seems like it's in really good condition. And I think this might have some resale value. Oh my goodness, you know I love Limoges. This is $3.99. They're smart to have the elastic to try to keep the lid safe, but this poor guy has some condition issues. Otherwise, I'd pick it up. There's a number of small chips in this poor thing. Too bad. There's some interesting trays here. They are so sun damaged. Otherwise, I would consider them. They are really vintage looking. I love that there's writing in the back to tell you what you're looking at. These must have come from the same house. Here is a clipper ship. It really is fun, but I don't think I would get much for these. So I'm gonna leave them here for somebody else. I really like these glasses. I have very similar ones for sale on my eBay store. I like the square base on these. I think it gives it a really unique look, $1.99. If I had more cabinet space, I would buy these. These are awesome for ice cream sundaes, and I would get really tall spoons to go inside them. They would be so much fun, but unfortunately, I don't have enough storage space as it is. All right, that was really fun. I'm so glad I stopped by.
Well, I just got out of Goodwill and I did find a few things. Prices were sky high. So I probably spent more than I should have. And I usually wait until I get home to show you my finds, but I'm on a tight deadline. And if I want to include this footage in the video, I'm going to have to show you now. So bear with me while we do the first ever car haul. I never do that. So this will be a first. So in no particular order, I'm going to show you this shirt that I really like. It's got a nice kind of retro look about it. This is Old J. Crew. And I think this will be really fun for the summertime. It was a yellow tag, so half off. So the tag says $8.49. I paid half of that, which I thought was perfectly fair. But that was kind of the one and only well-priced item I found, because I bought think this was a good investment, but we'll see. I bought this Mikasa coffee pot. Now, I've had Mikasa coffee pots before and they've sold really well. Here is the bottom, just so you can see it. So this is Mikasa Galleria Opus Black. This was, of course, made in Japan, and I paid $9.99 for it. Oh, that's kind of a lot of money, but I just had a feeling about this. There was only one other listed on eBay. It was listed for like $85. I won't list mine for that much because I would rather it move than sit on eBay forever. But it's in great shape, and I thought, we'll take a chance. So I picked that up, and here's where I really struggled. So I found these gorgeous bowls. Oh my goodness, they are old Johnson Brothers. They're called English Chippendale. They're ironstone, and they are so beautiful. I love the pattern on these. I love the size. They're kind of that nice cereal bowl or salad size. I love the red and white. I love how old they are. The back stamp is really cool. Let's see if I can peel the sticker off so you can really see the back stamp. The downside is they were $3.99 each. Ouch. And there were 7 altogether, and I couldn't do it. So I actually asked the worker at Goodwill if she would ask the manager if she would take 16 for the 7. And she did go back there, and the manager said no. I knew it was a crapshoot, but I figured, what's the harm in asking, right? So she said no. As a result, I picked up only 4 out of the 7. I figured I could take a chance. For $16, I think there's still wiggle room there. Here's the back stamp, by the way. I got most of the sticker off for you so you can see. So yeah, quite a splurge and maybe a bad idea. My price on eBay will certainly have to reflect that I paid up for these. So I'm hoping there's still a profit. Oh my gosh. And then I bought this beautiful serving bowl, which is the same pattern. You can see it's got like these little handles on it, and again with the old back stamp. I just love this. It was $5.99, so yikes. But I don't know, I thought they were just too good to leave behind. What do you think? Was I a total sucker, or was it a good decision? I don't even know. And then the last thing I bought, boy, doing hauls in the car is hard, and my glasses keep slipping off because I'm sweaty. I bought this really pretty Corelle mixing bowl with the ivory design. So here's the back stamp. There were 2 of these, but the bigger bowl had a big crack in it. So for that reason, I decided not to buy it. But this one I think is still really cool, and it's very cute, and I think in the right place it could be perfect. My mom had these colors in her kitchen, not her last kitchen, but her kitchen before that. So it kind of made me think of her, and I'm hoping someone will be excited. This is the 1 quart. It was the 2 quart that had the crack in it, unfortunately. So, oh, and yellow is half off. So $5.99, but 50% off, which isn't terrible. So that was my haul, and my first ever car haul. It might be my last because I'm not loving this setup, but I thought you might enjoy seeing this last little pickup of interesting items. There were also some teacups that I absolutely loved, but no saucers, and I generally try not to buy teacups if they don't also have their saucers. Just a little harder to sell. So I left those behind. I also met some viewers of this channel, so that was really fun. I love it when people take the time to introduce themselves and say hello. It absolutely makes my day. So all in all, a really good stop. I'm so excited because I got a delivery in the mail yesterday. And here is the telltale sign, the size, and I've been expecting this, so let's open it. Okay, I got the box open. It took some doing, so I did the opening without you. And I want to show you what was inside the box, starting with my favorite thing, which is this fabulous Limoges trinket box in the shape of an egg. How perfect is that for Easter? I love the bird on this. It's so cute. So this whole package was from my friend Kathy, who's also a viewer of this channel. So hi, Kathy, if you're watching. And she had too many seeds. She didn't know what to do with them all. And she's so thoughtful and so generous. She reached out to see if I would like them. And I was thrilled because I haven't bought any yet. I wish I had half the gardening skills that Kathy has. I don't. I'm not really an accomplished or skilled gardener. I'm more like an enthusiastic gardener. Let's just leave it at that. So anyway, let me show you. Oops, you know what? Indy is too interested in this. I'm gonna put it right in my cabinet so we don't have any mishaps. So let me show you what Kathy sent me. This is giving me such good gardening vibes. So she sent me some squash. We have peppers. She told me these peppers are really good. I never heard of shishito peppers before. We have cucumbers. Excuse my voice. I am a little asthmatic today. We have some zucchini. These are dark star zucchini, which I've never heard of, but they sound great. We have some more zucchini. This is Coquezel zucchini. I might be butchering that name. I don't know. Here's a golden crookneck squash. We have jade bush beans and sunset runner beans. And then there's ideal market green beans. I love the packages on these. And then we have several kinds of zinnias, which I absolutely love. Zinnias are so cheerful and beautiful. I try really hard to plant them every year. And this is a variety I've never seen, zinnia polar bear. So those are really cool. Oh, and then one more packet of beans. Kentucky Wonder beans. So those are awesome. I am so excited. Kathy, you have put me in the mood to garden. The seeds are a big hit with the crazy kitties as well. Look how happy they are at the idea of gardening. If they could fit into this tiny little box, they surely would jump into it right now. I have big plans for the garden this season. I'm not gonna grow as much as I have some other years because I think we're gonna change out our beds. I have raised beds at the bottom of a very steep hill and it's really unpleasant to garden there. So I think what I'm gonna do is turn those beds into strawberry beds. And then we're gonna excavate out some of the beds on the side of the yard and turn those into vegetable beds because it will be so much easier for me to water and access tools and I won't have to go down a horrible hill every time. My knees will appreciate that. And Eric just bought a new toy to help make all of this possible. Well, gardens and lots of other things around the house. So I'll show it to you in more detail at some point in the future. Here's a preview of coming attractions. Here we are on delivery day, a day that's been much anticipated. Eric purchased a subcompact tractor. There's a better shot of it. So the purpose of this, it does excavating, it does digging, it brushes your teeth and sings you a lullaby. No, I'm just kidding. It does a whole lot of stuff. So Eric is so excited to finally have purchased this. It was on his wish list for quite a while. So he looks nonchalant, but really he's excited and he wants it to go into the garage. And there it goes. So this guy will be stored safely next door. And as Eric walks beside it, I know he's wondering how all of the different bells and whistles work. I'm sure he'll have it figured out in no time. So that's Eric's new toy, and he's thrilled to bits to have it. He cannot wait to get into things. It's still a little early in the season for him to do a whole lot, and we have so many competing chores, such as needing to paint our house. Oh my gosh, we are like years past due with that particular chore. We're still kind of figuring out paint colors. It's not as easy as you might think. It's such a commitment, isn't it? So we're gonna do some variation of the yellow that's on there now. What variation is yet to be seen? We're still spending a lot of time at Benjamin Moore, and of course, when I figure it out, I'll share that with you. I've never sat in this spot for a video before. I kind of like it. I'm in the front parlor right now, and it's only possible for me to sit here because when my son Zach was home from college for spring break, he helped me excavate all of the stuff so that I can actually sit and maneuver in this room. There's still more things in here than I would like, but it's about 1,000 times better. And I really need to not use the front parlor as such a storage space. But when you sell vintage and antiques, you need a place to put the stuff until you ultimately list it and sell it and bring it to the booth space. So sometimes clutter happens and it gets old, I'll tell you. So when Zach was able to get me so far along in terms of clearing this all up, I was so grateful. It really transforms the room and transforms the mood. After this footage, I'm gonna show you where we are now. You're not gonna be impressed. You would not call this organized, I'm sure, but it is. So wait for that. But in the meantime, I wanted to show you what Eric dug out of the barn. He's been doing a lot of eBay listing. We have lots of things that we collect from cleanouts and estate sales and tag sales and all the things, and he is no better than me in that regard. So he had found these fabulous eggs at an estate clean out, and this seems like the perfect time to share them with you. So here they are. These are fabulous hand-painted eggs, and they are so beautiful. So these are all slightly different. I mean, the detailed work on this is just amazing. I absolutely love these. So we're gonna be selling some of these eggs. I'll be listing them. We'll package them with the greatest of care. Eric is feeling very confident that he can ship these. So I believe him. I think we're gonna list them singly. I think that's how he wants to do it. So that's the first group. And then there's more. And here are a few more. We also have a bunch that we're keeping because they're so amazing. These are really pretty because they're tied with ribbon, so you can hang them. And I have a cat who is way too interested in what I just did. Oh, no, only two. Only two have hangers. Isn't that beautiful? I love the colors. These are more intricate. Oops. Here we go. There's some nice color on this one. These are a little bit more faded, so I don't know what we'll do with these, but I love the color in the flowers. So anyway, that was a fun find. He might have some more, we'll see, but I will be popping a few of these on my eBay store, and we'll see how they do. I think they're beautiful. Here's the room right now. Indy, I don't know what he's looking at, but you can see I've got the baskets that I still need to wash. The braided rugs are in the back. Indy's allergies are bothering him, which is why he's scratching. This is a whole bin of things I need to list, as well as these two bins. Here's some other stuff that needs to go into better homes. This is our old Victor record player, which is really kind of cool. I need a better place for this flax winder. I have some brown and white china that needs to go in the cabinet. Here's a collection of things for the store. And then, of course, we have a beautiful white kitty. She is not for sale, and I'm not going to store her. She roams freely, of course. So that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.